It's on top of their heads.
Bell Post Hill 7:13:55. Inverleigh 6:8:44. Start of the final term. Hybens gets it down, and he tried to get it away as well towards Trotter. They fight hard for it. Bell Post Hill run the other way and pick it up. Handball from Peel. Bell Post Hill got it out towards Langsworth from Barton. He picks it up, goes out on centre wing. Quick kick towards half forward. Okay, Sean Lewis takes the mark. Thought about playing on quickly. Then he just holds it up, goes back. Got a lead from Pyle. He goes in that direction now. Good kick too. And that's out in front for Jamie Pyle. Takes the mark. He's kicked one goal this afternoon.
Similar position too, I think, was it, from out there?
Yep.
Correct.
Right. Yep. So about 45 metres out. Close to the boundary line in the left forward pocket. He's a left footer, so it'll be a good kick from there. And you'll know he's a bit of a Barry O'Toole, Jamie Pyle, when he kicks the ball. He tells you straight away whether it's going to be a goal or not. He hasn't put the arms up, so he doesn't like it. 3 for 1 behind. They go to 7:14:56. Bell Post Hill. Inverleigh 6:8:44. Smiths Holden, Blood Suzuki. Final quarter scoreboard.
Tell you what, Brent Ling's got a few interesting put-off techniques. He was just trying to kick the footy at the Pyle as he was going in, having a shot there. So it obviously worked for him.
So the kick in from Higgleton's come out to back, and Big Lewis is on. So Grickick has gone back to him at full back. Ball thrown back into play. Hybens. Well over the top, Symes does well. McPherson's going to be the first to arrive. Bends over, picks it up, goes back to Pisano. Off one step, kicks back towards the goal square. Pyle in front, good spoil from Ling from behind, and the ball goes back over the boundary line and will be thrown back into the field of play. Now, thrown back into play. Hybens against Symes. Hybens taps the ball down, does well. Hinch, handballs to Ling. He's tackled and ends up in the hands of Lewis, who kicks towards goal. And unfortunately, not even Mr. Reliable can get one today. So Sean Lewis, his second behind, 7:15 to Bell Post Hill. Inverleigh 6 goals, 8, fourth quarter. Smiths Holden, Blood Suzuki, scoreboard.
Could be an important. Plays on again. Straight down the middle towards Hybens. The big fella goes up over the back of the pack. Inverleigh had players at the front but not at the back. Now comes towards Peel. Handball was pretty good to Nelson. Breaks free in the middle. Goes towards Stone. Fletcher made up a lot of ground and did very nicely and follows it up again. Second effort coming the other way was Nelson. Went high. Umpire said play on. Ball spills free towards overall. He can't pick it up. Handball.
Hot footy.
Yeah, very hot across half forward centre wing. Short little toe poke towards Barton. The big fella picked it up beautifully. Handballed it back inboard. Pisano off a step towards half forward. Hinch goes up, can't take the mark, front of the pack. Peel, got a bit of time, handballs it further afield. Then they can run from half forward. Nelson, up and under kick towards half forward. And Brad Martin stands there and takes the mark. Switches play to the opposite side, centre wing position. Fantella takes the mark. Called to go over the top. He goes longer though, towards Pyle on a lead. The big fella picks it up and handballs it outboard to McPherson. Kick around the corner. Coming at it was Beard. Got a hand to it. Higgleton gets back. Runs across the face of goal. Has to be a good kick here and is. Peel takes the mark. Handballs it away quickly. Hinch chips over the top towards Booth. Takes the mark at half back. Plays on quickly. Moving the ball over the top. Elford runs back with a fly to the footy. Needs to be good here. Can't pick it up. Coming the other way. Fletcher's been good all day. And Martin as well. He plays for the free kick. Doesn't get one. Close to the boundary line. Handball back inboard. Following it on Pisano. Can't take it with him. And the umpire says it will be a thrown in. Centre wing out of side. 7:15:57. Bell Post Hill, 6:8:44 Inverleigh.
So the ball on centre wing, waiting for the boundary umpire to throw it back in. Does so now. In the ruck, Hybens. No ruckman touched the ball, but it's knocked further the field. Picked up there by Barton. Don't know how he got it to Langsworth, but he did. Now goes forward, and Lewis out in front of Hinch has taken the mark.
Spending plenty of time forward too in this last half.
So Lewis now kicks the ball, goes looking for Pyle. He's up in front. Ring from over the top, knocks the ball away. Quinlivan now reads in the race for the ball. Has to pick the ball up. Pressure arrives. Good chase down from behind. Goes towards Carr. He can't collect it. Fursland overleft the ball. I think Lima could have done with a free kick there. Now there's going to be a free kick, and the free kick is going against Fursland to Carr for an over-the-shoulder free kick. Trotter by himself in space, goes looking sideways now. Two players there is Elford. He's up. Good young kid, doesn't take the mark. Steps around. Pressure arrives from Moreland. Ball comes out in the tackle, picked up by Fursland. Goes to Langsworth, over the top to Fletcher. Fletcher to Pisano. Can go back to Jenkins if he wants to. Around further towards Beard on centre wing. Beard needs to take the mark.
Free kick.
Should have been a free kick. Umpires missed it the first time, but with the support of the crowd, He's got that one the second time.
I think he's just waiting his time to make sure he makes the right decision, thinking him through, Jason.
That's all right. Concentration, that's what it is. And at least he's doing that. The ball kicked from Baird goes further afield, finds McPherson, steps back inside, goes looking for Lewis. Barton lets him go. So now the ball with Sean Lewis, the outside 50. This is the important kick. Basically leads one way, goes back the other. That's a nice looking kick. A beautiful kick from Lewis. And Caleb Basely is the man for the moment. And he will come in and shoot for goal number 4.
Smart play by two of the leading players there for Belpost Hill, and Sean Lewis and Caleb Basely, combining nicely there. Basely had the footy now to run into the open space, and Sean Lewis used the skills to find him.
So Basely, well within range, doesn't need to guide the ball, needs to kick the daylights out of it and put it through the middle. So from about 30 metres out, worse than 45 degrees, comes in.
Step up.
This is the chance of the young fella that's going to go across the face of goal. Actually didn't even make the distance, so that's a real unusual that he didn't make it through, and it's gone through for a minor score. So 7.
There's awkward shots on goal there where you don't want to commit too close to the near side, otherwise you're going to miss it, and the danger of that is if you kick it, you fade it across too much, and as we saw there, didn't make the distance.
Eagleton called to kick in from fullback, goes long to the outer side, looking for Hybens. The big fella goes up, off the hands. Peel at the back, can't take it with him. Trotter's there also. Belpost will lock it up. And the umpire will come in, ball it up. Point of the centre square, half forward. And 60 out from goal.
Rob Kavka dressed in the civvies. He's obviously not going to take any further part.
No. Hybens from the ruck contest, through the middle, Trotter. Kick off the ground. Langsworth read it the better though. Got back towards centre wing, can't keep it in though. And goes into
the fence with the sign fence on it.
Boundary throw in, Hybens, Symes. Hybens to the front of the pack, Langsworth. High tackle, said the umpire. Take the free kick. Goes to the right foot kick towards the leader. Lewis been good in this last quarter, taking 3 or 4 marks leading up from half forward.
Bit of X factor.
Basely called to play on now. He goes out wide. Barton in front, knocked away. McPherson roved beautifully. Got it away quickly. Fantella over the top. Good kick. Tobin pushed away over the shoulder. Said the umpire. Play on, is it? Oh no. It'll come back to Tobin.
Probably not. Well, probably a lucky free kick, but then I suppose you can look at it on the flip side. They probably would kick to goal anyway. So
Shane Tobin, who has kicked 2 behinds this afternoon, just replaced Fursland a couple of minutes ago.
He's got McPherson free if he wants him.
And Shane Tobin will shoot from 35 metres out, directly in front. Comes in, left foot kick, good kick, straight over the umpire's hat. Through for his first.
Down by Hybens, picked up there by Symes, who does well, gives it back to Fursland, who's just come back onto the ground, goes into the half forward line, in front pile, mark's not taken. Ellis just shoves Brackley off the ball, goes back and collects it. Back to Symes, he needs to get rid of the ball. He got rid of it, but it wasn't correctly done so, and the free kick's going to go towards Nelson. And Nelson has got the free kick, doesn't need to turn it over at this stage. Ball's kicked around half to centre wing and front. Quinn Livin takes the mark. So they need to run with that urgency they had early in the game. Bit too slow in their movements. Going to take on Langsworth, gets around him. Good work from Langsworth. A really good chase. Now it's in the hands of Lima. All he's just do is pick it up. Handballs wasn't good. Fletcher's probably going to make it good if he bends over and picks it up on the right foot. Chips back inside, and Fursland by himself takes the mark. No one standing the mark, can play on if he wants to. Carr coming from behind. Wants to be careful. Yeah. So Fursland now has the ball. Has Tobin short and long, but now he's going to go towards the other small man on the field. Langsworth, with a good mark there from Quinn Livin. And he takes the mark in the back flank. Pulled up with a bit of cramp here. 50 metres.
I don't know what happened there. Jamie Pyle's been pinged for it, dragging Clayton Trotter behind the ball there, but it seemed pretty innocuous sort of contact.
So free kick's going to go. Trotter's not a dumb man. He's just playing that forever, isn't he?
Just trying another 50.
Double 50.
The umpire's given 45, 50 forward. They need those big fellas up forward to do something. The lead comes because Nord goes looking for Lewis. Forbes is also there. Oh, the big fella just with strength pushes Gergic out of the road.
He threw him around like a rag doll. Gergic is no small bloke by any stretch of the imagination.
So Owen Lewis with an opportunity now.
The force of nature.
So Lewis now with an opportunity to bring that goal back, to take the margin back to 14 points.
Must kick it.
From 40 metres out. Nice looking kick off the boot going across, and there's going to be a goal. So that's the one. They're still alive.
Kick another goal, us it's curtains, but it's going to be interesting last 20 minutes or so.
Back in the middle. Ball spills towards Trotter again, but Bell Post Hill push it free. Morland was in there. Hybens comes across. Now Brackley across from half back on centre wing. Little left foot kick. It's partly smothered. Oh, they need to pick it up. Oh, what are you trying to bounce it for? Booth, get it out to Peel. Play on to the umpire. Now it's wrapped up. Be a ball up. Centre wing out of side.
Assistant, Cal.
Hybens. Symes goes up. Off the side of the pack. Inverleigh need to pick it up and have clean possession. They can't do so. Bell Post still do. Barton gets it out by hand. Over the top of Peel. Fantella got it back to Barton, did well. His handball, puts pressure on. Now Alford runs free. Handball to Peel, get it forward to Stone. He runs on. He needs to kick the goal. 45 metres out and has kicked the goal. Oh, Peel has kicked his second. 2 in a couple of minutes for Inverleigh.
And with the umpire, throws it in the air. Symes, Hybens does well, taps it to himself, tries to collect it and kick the ball forward. Grenfell's in there at hands and knees. Overall comes out with the ball. Doesn't kick the ball too far, and it's now trapped underneath the player.
Oh.
Umpire louder in the back of the box here.
No! He thought he was going to play holding the ball.
You're a fruitcake, Luther.
So the ball up, back in the middle of the ground again. This time Hybens and Symes both get hands on the ball. Tap forward there by Baseley, kicks the ball off the ground. Lewis gets the front and square. Handball goes to Tobin. Back to Lewis. No, he ignores that. Goes towards the goal square. Out in front, Ling from behind. The ball gets knocked down again. Lewis is carried forward, picks the ball up, and this time Sean Lewis has kicked the goal. So that would be his first.
Reversed. He had to get his hands out and take it.
Fair call.
Back to the middle. Hybens gets it down. Oh, Grenfell ran into Trotter. Now the ball comes towards Alford. Coughs it up. Now Peel. Can't pick it up. Through the middle. Grenfell held up and just rugby style pushed it forward. Will be a ball up still inside the centre square. So ball up. Symes, Hybens. Both get 2 hands to it but can't take it away. Now at the back of the pack, Alford runs through. Right foot kick. Long. Jenkins fills the hole. Forbes comes out. Jenkins. Great mark. One-handed takes it. Plays on quickly. Kicks around the corner towards the boundary line. Out on the full. Carter take the free kick. Left half forward flank. So Matthew Carr. Oh. Jeez. Seriously. Playing for sheep stations. He's moved 3 centimetres back towards the line, Matthew Carr. He's right now. Left half forward flank. The big O calls for it. He goes in that direction. Trotter's there as well. Punched away by Gergich. Does well. Jared at the front. Wrapped up, not going anywhere. The umpire will come in and ball it up. Still left half forward flank. So ball up. Hybens there. Umpire throws the ball up. Tapped away by Symes. Handball back to Trotter. Came from Peel. Now Grenfell. Short little kick.
Ooh, he's in range, Toby.
Prendergast, 50 out.
You have to move quickly.
Nah, the distance. He can kick the distance. Don't worry.
50 metres out. Now he goes. Oh, he should have kicked it because chopped off again. And Fletcher has nearly been best on ground today. He's had a great day across half back and has switched the ball. Short kick. Goes back towards Sean Lewis, takes the mark. He can chip it to Pisano. He does so now. Takes the mark just outside defensive 50. He's got Jenkins. He's got Fursland. He goes towards Fursland, who runs up from centre wing, takes the mark. Not much to kick to, though. Hybens is filling the hole there. He chips the ball over the top towards Tobin. Good mark in front of Hickleton. So, Shane Tobin. Chips the ball back towards Lima. Still at half back. Back to Tobin. Back to whence it came. Now he can play on centre wing. Chips the ball out towards Fursland. Takes the mark on his bootstraps, does well. Gets around the coaching staff to take the kick between wing and half forward. Called to play on, does so now. Goes along the line, looking for Barton. Can't take the mark, punched away by Booth. The back of the pack. Baseley sees it over the line. We'll have a throw in. 9-16-70 Bell Post Hill, 8-8-56 Inverleigh. And that's on the Smiths Holden Blood Suzuki final quarter scoreboard.
So the ball thrown back into play now. Hyben's doing the ruck work, just taps it back, finds Trotter, goes towards Hinch, I think it was, but it ends up with Moreland of Bell Post Hill. His handball comes out in the tackle. He's thrown to the ground after he kicks the ball forward, gets to the forward pocket, and the ball goes over the boundary line and will be thrown back into play. So at the forward pocket, a great opportunity here for Bell Post Hill. 18 minutes gone, final quarter.
Really need to get the ball down the other end as quickly as possible, the Hawks.
14 points difference. Ball thrown back in now by the umpire. Barton up against Hybens. Hybens again wins the ball down. Goes towards
easy trouble here.
Ringfall, and yes.
Good call. Definitely there.
So Lewis now looking for options inside. Knowing this bloke, he'll go back and probably put it straight through the middle. Lewis chips towards goal. He's brought it up short, unfortunately. And through for a minor score. So Bell Post Hill now to 9-17. They lead Inverleigh 8 goals 8. 18, approaching 90 minutes. Final quarter. Smith Holden by Suzuki scoreboard.
So Hickleton waiting for the footy to come back at full back. Got it now. And a couple of short options. Ling and Brackley.
Got to move it quickly.
Plays on. Goes to the other side. Goes towards half back. Over the head of a couple. Peel did well. Worked his players his opponents under the ball and ran on. Centre wing torpedo punt. Playing the Pagan's paddock at the moment because he's kicked it over the top, but getting back there, Lima needs to be good here. Card
didn't want the footy.
Him up. The umpire said throw it in. 30 boundary throw in. Carr goes up, gets it to the front of the pack. Bell Post Hill defence.
Get up.
Going up. Good Mark Langsworth takes it at half back for Bell Post Hill. Chips the ball out wide. It's okay. Ooh, just. Fantella took the mark.
It's been pretty good today too.
Defensive side of centre wing. Chips the ball back to Langsworth. Haven't gained anything. Still across defensive 50. Goes along the line. Oh, if they turn it over, punched away by Elford. And off hands, out of bounds. So a throw in. Out of side, centre wing. Hybens, Symes. Do the ruck work. Umpire throws the ball back in. Hybens gets it to the front again. Off hands back to Hybens, back to Trotter. Under pressure, needs to get rid of it. Gets around 3, does well. Right foot kick, long, tumbling punt towards half forward. Mark that. Lewis came out. He didn't mark it. The bloke in front did. And getting up very gingerly Jenkins because the big O ran into him as he took the mark. But a good mark. He goes with the left foot out wide. Looking for Sean Lewis. Trotter comes across, does well. Sees it over the boundary line and we'll have a throw in.
Well, Langsworth's pretty grumpy today. Anyone that's gone near him's copped a spray or some form of bump.
So boundary throw in. Hybens gets it to the side of the pack. Ball spills free. McPherson does well. Left foot kick around the corner. Back towards centre half forward. Sits, McNamara tried to tap it on. Now kicked out wide to Hickleton, who's free now. He needs to go with the right foot. He tries to measure it towards Forbes. He goes up. Good mark. Takes the mark at 50.
Probably the first mark of the day too for Forbes.
2 years ago would have said yes. Today I'm not too sure.
So Marcus Forbes has the footy. Centre half forward, 50 out. Kick one this afternoon. Yeah. So 15 points of difference. This to bring the margin back to 9. He comes in.
Still not half a chance here, are they?
Forbes, left foot kick. Hasn't quite got the distance. Off hands through for one behind. So 8-9, 57 Inverleigh. And Bell Post Hill 9-17-71. And that's on the Smiths Holden Blood Suzuki final quarter scoreboard.
Grigg takes possession of full back, kicks short to Tobin, and Tobin now has a player by himself, McPherson. He doesn't let him down, takes the mark, has players inside. Short chip goes towards Symes, right in the middle of the ground. So some quick movement this time by Bell Post Hill. Tobin's pushed up from defence. Only ball now going sideways. Has a play on the far side. So possession is a bit of the game now. Ball now kicked forward in a hurry towards the half-forward line. Leading out is Booth. Can't take the ball on the half volley. A tackle is made and umpire will come in and take both Hybens there and also Symes. Symes is tapped over the top. Ball goes towards Moreland. He gets out of the contest. Does well with a handball. Not sure he went looking for, but it ends up with McPherson. Fantella kicks the ball forward towards the pocket. Langsworth didn't think it was coming his way. Goes over his head. He's tackled without the ball. Trotter does well now. Goes back and collects it. Pops the ball out into the middle of the ground. Player over the top of the ball. It's picked up there by McPherson. Though of Bell Post Hill kicks the ball back towards the goal square. It's gone just short of the goal square and through for a minor score. So his second scoring opportunity of the afternoon. 1 goal, 1 now. 9-18. Hickleton has got the ball from Lee at full back. Plays on, goes towards Nelson on the wing. Fursland does well with the spoil, but Nelson's quick off the ground. Oh, actually held onto his arm there, so he's probably right in the decision the umpire gave. Picked up there by Lima. The handball goes over the top. Ends up in the hands of Moreland. Has Barton back in the middle of the ground. That's where he goes to. Mark is taken by that player. So now they've got players forward. Barton goes long. Goes looking for McNamara, an unusual roll at full forward. Front and square. Ellis can't pick the ball up. Does Hinch, does. Goes looking for Prendergast. Now it's numbers with Bellpost Hill. Moreland with the ball. Dives over the top of it. Slips on the ground. Ball's going to go over the boundary line and will be thrown back into play. So at the 24-minute mark, as I said, most quarters have gone 26-27. Not much time left. 9-18 to Bellpost Hill. 8-9 to Inverleigh. Smith Holden, Blood Suzuki scoreboard.
Short boundary throwing. Barton got it down to Ellis off a step towards full forward. Does well with a kick. Over the back. Punched away. Dangerous. And it's McHenry trying to get it away. Basely in there as well. Ling fighting hard for it. Pack develops, umpire says.
Think of Steve Johnson in that final against Sydney where he just let the ball run out and ended up costing him. So it's needful commitment here from the Panthers players.
McPherson turns around, kicks the goal. That's the ball game. Josh McPherson kicks his second of the afternoon.
He's been good all day, up against Symes, and both have had a number of opportunities with the ball. Cups out, goes to Lewis, to Tobin, goes backwards further to Jenkins, back to Tobin if he wants him, but he calls up then, goes through the middle of the ground. Short kick will find Pyle. Runners now with Bellpost Hill, and there's plenty of them. They need him out wide if they want to. That's where he goes. He didn't actually take his time then off 2 steps and finds Hickleton of Inverleigh. Plays on, goes back towards the half-forward line, looking for Stone. By himself, good hands from Stone. Turns quickly, short kick goes in, finds Quinlivan. So the runners are there if he wants them. Gerard's going past, but he changes his direction, goes across the ground, goes looking for young Alford. Spoil comes from overall, picked up there by Symes. He's good in the ground, on the ground and in the air, but ends up with McPherson, who picks the ball up, chips it inside to Fursland, to Tobin. Fletcher on the far side if he wants him, but the running player is Fantella out wide in the wing and takes the mark. Steadies himself up. So Bellpost Hill well in control of this game now. Kicks the ball into the half-forward line. Got good weight on it. Ends up in the hands of Pyle, who spins and turns, goes back towards goal. Nice-looking kick. Has been punched through for a but 10-19 to Bellpost Hill will be enough to beat Inverleigh. At the moment, 8 goals, 9.
Ball comes in, looking for Hinch, but he had 2 on him. One was Moreland, who could really ice the game. Left foot kick, missed everything though. Across the face of goal. Hickleton can't take the mark, falls back in his arms. Runs free, runs across the face of goal. Oh, second bounce, didn't come back to him though. Under pressure, runs across again. Switches play for the 3rd time. It's okay this time. Brackley takes the mark. Chips the ball over the top. Grenfell. Handball over the top. Gerard, who follows it on. Handball inboard to Stone, back over the top, running through centre wing, does well, takes a bounce, Lewis short, keeps going, now comes at him overall, handballs over the top to Alford, back to Gerard, he needs to kick the goal, but he doesn't, he only kicks it into Jenkins, coming back across Martin, and he just sees it over the boundary. Hybens, up against Symes, to the side of the pack, kick around the corner, Fantella was chopped off by
28.5 minutes gone, guys.
Bellpost Hill, Fletcher, handball over the top. McPherson, handball outboards okay to Tobin. Defensive 50 goes towards centre wing. Pyle on a lead, takes the mark. Just holding things up, Jamie Pyle. Now he goes with a left foot kick long from centre wing, looking for Moreland on the right side. Good weight on it, and nearly took the mark. Got no hold either. Prendergast gets back. Handball, outboard from Booth, back to Prendergast. Defensive 50, chips the ball over the top. Alford. Oh, great smother by Barton. Little toe poke by Alford though. Followed it up. Good second effort. Handball over the top towards Brackley. Wants somebody to come to him. He handballs over the top towards Gerard. Gets it out just towards Stone. Off a step long towards half forward. Lewis on a big lead. Jenkins filled the hole all day. Off hands. Comes from Carr. And which way is it going to bounce? The wrong way. Through for one behind to Carr. Sticky final quarter scoreboard.
Almost 30 minutes gone, so not much time left in the game. Lima receives the ball from the back pocket, chips the ball short over the top, goes and finds Lewis. So now he's just taking his time with the ball. Has player backward, and I think he'll end up going back to that back pocket situation if he... no, he's going forward. Martin with the mark. Don't know whether it actually travelled 10 metres. Might have been from boot, but not from where the mark was taken, I don't think. So Brad Martin has the ball. Still in the half back line. Players are wide. Overall, it's going to be the recipient of this short kick. So again, the possession game's been pretty good for Belpost still. They've been doing it effectively for most of today. Now called to play on by the umpire. Kicks the ball into the centre of the ground. McPherson had to take the mark and did so. Now he chips it wide. Fletcher, who's been good again this week from the half back line. Just takes his time. Again, the chip over the top to Lewis. So there's no real urgency now. Inverleigh just need to man up and win possession back if they're going to win the game. But Jenkins now picks the ball up, goes over the top, goes towards McPherson, kicks the ball into the forward line. Leading out, mark's not taken by McNamara, but it's picked up front and square there by Basely, who chips over the top. And that's his fourth goal of the afternoon. 11 goals.
Hybens up against Symes. Had a good battle all afternoon. Symes gets it down and a second punch as well. McPherson to run onto it, does well. Handball over the top towards Pyle. 50 out. Does he get the kick away?
Nah.
No, he doesn't. And that's it. So, Belpost Hill. 11
going to count.
No, it's not.
Nah, 11-19-85 have defeated Inverleigh 8-10-58.